What's going on, guys? It's your boy Cash, and I knew it. I knew I was gonna fall asleep, and I knew I wasn't gonna be able to actually see it live. So now I'm gonna have to rewatch it. So not only did Elsphet get revealed, Ray. I actually was excited for Elsphet, but if you guys know me personally, if there's anything that I was looking forward to, is when's Ray. Ray is now here. It almost makes me not even. I'm hoping that they say Ray's coming like way later, because I'm so hyped for Ray. Oh my god, am I hyped for Ray? I might even change my intro to just being Ray's fucking S3 like 6 times. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Let's keep the regular intro. But if Ray's cool, it's just gonna be Ray. That's gonna be the joke. That'll be our inside joke for his guide video. Would be his thing, like just multiple times. Anyway, let's first look at Elsphet, then we're gonna go over to Ray. Let's get it. All right, here we go. Elsphet Valentine. This is the character everyone's been waiting for because, like for most people, the Dizzy, Baiken, and Soul, everyone kind of wailed out for us. So us that have been playing the game for a while. So to get another character, especially this one, she's gonna be a Fire Ranger. She's gonna have to come in with a lot of heat in order to beat out a lot of the strong water types that are currently still dominating the game. And I keep saying water types, but like it's not just Seaside Bologna, but her alone puts fire characters in fear. So what is she bringing to the table? There it is. That's her ult. Honestly, there was no other thing. If you really look at her, that's all she does. Pretty much, but every character kind of reacts differently when they get shot by the love bullet. But I'm gonna turn it down, it's a little loud. Oh no. Introduction this. Alright, so again, we got decent speed, attack imprint, effect. Oh wow, that's weird. AoE attack to everyone or effectiveness for herself. We're gonna be looking at some dirty effects, I guarantee it. Attack seems very low, if I'm not mistaken. That's very low attack for a ranger, especially as a ranger. But she should be some type of support-esque character. Usually that's what it is. Look at that, 30% effectiveness. Yeah, we're looking at we're pretty much looking at a fire Cerise. I'm guessing that. Having to do with love, she's gonna have a lot of disables. Thank you. I agree. Oh yeah, that's the so this is the alt. Shoots bullets of love, bullets, isn't it just one, at the enemy, dispelling one buff before a 75% chance to put them asleep for 1 turn and decrease their defense for 2 turns. It grants the caster an extra turn. You can soul burn it 20 souls to ignore effect resistance. So this is pretty much a almost guaranteed kill. Can you boast it up? Yes. 85 all the way to 100. So what this means is that I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's a 100% chance that you're gonna pretty much, like, there's no way that this can fail if you soul burn it, because you ignore the effect resistance. The spell 1 buff happens automatically. This is 100% chance to trigger, so that's gonna go through. Your effect resistance will be ignored. So what this essentially does, if you get put with a defense break and a sleep, that means that the next attack on that character will crit. This is why I've been saying Tenebria is freaking amazing, right? Because I always said the Tenebria defense breaks AoE and then put you to sleep. That means the next attack will crit, and that's bonkers. Also, these well, the sleep is for 1 turn, defense break is for 2 turns. So, and also dispelling 1 buff, it pretty much means that the immunity set will not help you at all. So that's really nuts. That's nuts. I think she still has to deal with if it's a water character, she might still have difficulty. Boom. Boom, extra turn. Now does she have the damage to kill? Judge better half traps the enemy in a cake. Okay. Before attacking them with the cake cutting blade, and increases crit chance of all allies. So we have an AoE crit chance buff on a decently fast character. Now which is cool is that I feel like the other ones that did crit chance buff, I forgot, we all know the most famous one is C Domino. So with the fact that she gets an extra turn, she can S3 and then S2, which would be interesting. Very, very interesting. So when the enemy is defeated, also decreases defense of all remaining enemies. Damage dealt increases proportional to the number of debuffs inflicted on the regular enemy. So her first thing leaves 2, right? So 2 debuffs. Sleep. I think the other ones, it was weird that they had it with unhealable because, you know, whatever. You don't really need them to be unhealable. So they didn't say that the S3 does unhealable, right? Yeah, it doesn't say that. So you just get sleep and defense break. So when they showed it being unhealable, yeah, like when you show it being unhealable, sorry, not unhealable, unbuffable. This is just a random thing. That's just random. Yeah, and she also has attack buff, and like, who's on the team? Who's on the team that's doing this? Yeah, I'm about to say, isn't that Vivian? That's like, there's Vivian that went first, which is kind of weird that they set it up like that. But yeah, so that's how that works. But still pretty good. So pretty much, this defense break thing here, I don't know if that goes through a resistance check. I'm assuming it does. But as you can see, again, it doesn't go through activation check. That's what I should call it. See, I made a full new name for it. Activation check. It doesn't go through activation check, so it will happen. And I think it then goes through resistance check. All damage here, so perfect. Isn't that what you've always wanted in your dreams? Is that, you know, all damage. Damage. Cool.
버프입니다. 적을 케이크에 가둔 후 커팅 칼로 공격하고 처치 시 남은 모든 적에게 2턴간 방어력 감소를 발생시킵니다. 아군 전체에 2턴간
Summon the cake and just cuts it really quick.
또한 대상이 가진 약할과 개수에 비례해 피해량이 증가합니다. 1스킬 권총 연
And the S1. So, she has unbuffable as well. Fires a barrage of bullets at the enemy with a 65% chance to make them unable to buff for 1 turn. This can go up to 75% chance. Cool. So she could actually put the unbuffable herself. Pretty obvious that her combo is S3, S2, S1 for shits and giggles. I'll look back at the cooldowns and stuff like that. We're gonna do a guide on these characters right when they drop. Ray, I think drops probably drops later. That's why I haven't done haste, because haste is technically not in the game. I like to do it when they drop, just in case, like I always say, because they like to change shit. Same thing with Alencia. You did a guide and then all of a sudden she's changed. So I like to wait until they're in the game. That is the rule. That is the rule. But as you can see here, she seems like she doesn't seem broken, which is great. She does seem strong because she, like I said, have an auto crit setup. She doesn't need the crit chance, you know, technically. She definitely doesn't need the crit chance that much.
전사는 적을 공격하고 최대 75% 확률로 1턴간 강화 불가를
There he
발생시킵니다.
goes. Bop. Artifact introduction. All right, so Miss Confile. Level 1 has a 30% chance going up to 60. Usually it doubles to decrease defense of the enemy for 1 turn after a single attack. That is very strong. So this is very similar to Song of the Stars, right? It's single attack. And this character happens to have 3 single attacks, right? So to always have a chance, regardless of what move you're using, we're looking at it as an artifact. I'm not looking at it specifically on her, but to always have a chance, and yeah, cool, it better not activate on counterattack, dual attack, or extra attack. That's very strong. Very strong artifact. People actually, this is an artifact that if you get by accident while you're summoning for her, you're not going to be exactly mad about it. At least I wouldn't be. There it is. See, it's kind of worthless on her though.
사랑의 감정을 이해하고 싶은 순수하고 낙관적인 소녀 엘페르트 밸런타인은 5월 14일 점검 후 만나실 수 있습니다. 오늘도 구독과 좋아요 잊지 마세요. 감사합니다.
Yeah, it's kind of work because she already has her S3 already has defense break, so it's like, why would she get that? What, for the S2 that's supposed to kill? Like, it's very weird. The artifact on her. You really have to look at the other characters on what would make that good, because it doesn't make sense on her. Not really. But she's strong. Guaranteed S3 that's gonna go through, which is really strong, especially with soul burn. And we all know 20 soul burn is nothing. You just put a mage on the team, and even if you wanted to run her semi-slow with DPS and then you still do auxiliary lots, that still does a lot, because you can run auxiliary lots, Elphet, and then one ranger with the artifact that I like to use on my Watcher Shuri, which is the what is it called? There it is, Sachets of Theme. So you can almost legitimately run a mostly ranger comp now. It's kind of crazy, but you'd run like the fastest A-lots, just have Elphet, and she can actually run the sachets, right? She doesn't need to be the one with that. And her and Vildred is very strong as well, because Vildred gets combat readiness push when things die automatically. So you can actually run her, Vildred, and like A-lots or any type of booster that's gonna give her that first turn. And you can run her semi-slower than what she is, because she doesn't have any scaling of speed or anything like that. So that could be a combo. I'm pretty sure that will be a combo. Just, it's not even a guide video, but I just gave you most of it, right? You know, what a nice guy. But it's fucking time. Y'all don't even understand right now. It's time for your boy Ray. Ray is now officially in the fucking. His thing is longer because they have to tell you when he's out and stuff like that.
It's okay, everyone. I'll make you feel better.
I'm not the most popular, but I know what I'm talking about. He makes sense as the last character. He's very important to the story. Let me just make his eyes more dreamy. To save time, if you guys want to watch that, get his super lore. Not that crazy. Yeah, and he has a subtle issue with Elena. Elena likes him a lot, but he's like blind to it, kind of. This is what we're looking at. Hero introduction. So again, we have attack. No, actually not AoE, but as you can see here, attack percent, pretty good to the up 2 slots, or health concentration for himself. We see here that it has speed and health. It seems low. I think Elphelt had more health than him, right? Obviously, attack's going to be low, and we have some effect resistance, which is awesome. Free effect resistance is great. It is absolutely amazing. So pretty cool. But he's a Soul Weaver, so Soul Weavers don't usually have high health. High effect resistance. Wait, what did he say? I think he said he has the highest speed. Oh, that's something about. He has the highest, yeah, he's the highest speed of Soul Weavers. Makes sense. Or higher amongst highest speed of Soul Weavers. Here we go. Invigorate. Now, I already said that it most likely won't do what he did in the story. Like when you fight him in the story, when he gets his mind controlled by the tower or whatever. So it revives people, but I knew it wouldn't do that. Invigorates the team by dispelling all debuffs inflicted on all allies and grants immunity for 2 turns before recovering health. Amount recovery is based on target's max health. That is kind of trash. When it's based on the target's health, it kind of makes the heal a little shittier because they won't heal as much, because if you have it when it scales up the caster's health, it does a lot more healing because you can stack HP on one character and it benefits everyone. But target's max health, depending on how it scales, this might be a guaranteed 50% heal to everyone or something of that nature. You never really know. This is something that you have to wait until they showcase it, pretty much. You can also see here the healing, so it might still give you a fat stack heal, which is what I would hope for, right? So he's pretty much, I feel like any character that dispels all debuffs is reactory. For a character that's slow, it kind of sucks. So we're hoping that his S2 and S1 kind of make up for the, because you can't use this turn 1 outside of just giving immunity. And if you're looking for a character to give you immunity, then I feel like there's a lot of other characters that do that are slower, that make sense, that dispel buffs, which is going to be like Destina. Akante's also is a nice character for that too, that strip and then heal, you know, in case you have unhealable. So very strange that they did this. I still like the animation though.
아군이 회복 불가, 강화 불가와 같은 약화효과에 걸려 있더라도 먼저 모두 해제하기 때문에 적의 공격을 받은 후에 사용하는 것도 좋습니다. 회복량도 대상의 최대 생명력에 비례해 증가하며
I guess like yeah, that helps in Banshee, but who cares? Who cares? All right. Okay. Light of Rebirth. Radiates light upon all allies, recovering health and granting a barrier for 2 turns. So, he's a healer. Amount recovered and barrier strength increases proportional to the ally's max health. So, to whoever he puts it on. So, it's an AoE heal, AoE barrier. Tamarine, but slightly better. But Tamarine's HP heal, her S2 heal was it was an AoE heal, but it was based off her health, so it would always do a certain amount all the time. So this one, the heal good is same thing, and the barrier strength is also, which is weird. The barrier strength is proportional to their health too, which could be, again, it could be shitty. It depends on how it scales off their HP. You can also increase the barrier to ridiculous amounts. How much boost is this? 10, 15, 30, 40, 50. You can increase the barrier strength by 50%. And that kind of scares me, because if you can increase it that strongly, I feel like that means that the base one, like that if you don't invest Molagora, it might actually be bad. He might be full investment character, and I hate that. No, I love it for the game. That means he's somewhat balanced. I hate it that my favorite character is not busted dusted like some of these other guys. but he's super defensive. I'd rather do this on turn 1.
회복량과 보호막은 대상의 최대 생명력에 비례해 증가합니다. 스킬을 강화할수록 보호막이 대폭 증가합니다. 1스킬
Oh, they should have showed that.
처방은
That would have been awesome to show, right? Like show like the different levels of the enhanced to see. That'd be a cool showcase, right? If I get the character whenever he drops, I would do that. I'll show you guys like the barrier. I'll Molagor it one at a time and show you guys the barrier. If you guys are interested, that'd be pretty funny, right? Extreme Remedies, which is the S1, throws a bottle, dispels one debuff from an ally, which is kind of like, he's a mixture of a lot of characters because Elena does this, right? She does it for 2 allies every time she attacks. He's okay. He's not that great of a character, but he is okay.
함께 해제합니다. 3스킬과 2스킬을 모두 사용했더라도 아군의 약할과를 제거해 생존력을 높일 수 있습니다.
I like how they showed it dual attacking for some reason, like that. It said nothing about dual attacking. They should be very careful because like visually someone might just assume like, oh, he dual attacks all the time. Also, one thing I wanted to go back and check is the turns. So this is a 3-turn cooldown and it doesn't go down in cooldown. And then this is a 5-turn cooldown going down to 4 turns. So you can 4-turn, you know, decent rotation. He could go a candlestick, I guess. Because he looks like he's just there to be very annoying. That's what it looks like. He's there to be annoying as hell. That's what he looks like. Again, it's like he's built for Banshee. Doctor's Bag. This is big. Soul Weaver artifacts are big. Big deal. I feel like they kind of changed the game because there's usually if you're owning any type of defensive comp, there's always at least one Soul Weaver on the comp. Dispels 1 debuff from all allies and recovers 10% of each ally's max HP after using a non-attack skill 3 times. Can only be activated. Wow, come the fuck on. Why? That is very weird. So non-attack skills 3 times. So he has 2, obviously. So you S3, S2, and then his S2 comes back on cooldown. And then you S2 again. When you do that S2, we do not know what happens first. So what's important to note about that is that his S2 has a heal. So dispelling 1 buff from allies and recovering health, does that go, if they have unhealable, does that go through first? Does the artifact activate first or does it activate after the skill? Like, does it activate as soon as you click a non-attack skill or not? It's a very strange artifact because it stops working. And Soul Weaver, a lot of the Soul Weaver artifacts keep working. Idle Shield keeps working. Magaharu's Torm keeps working. Shimada Shaft keeps working. This artifact here is like, it's just another heal and a cleanse. And it only takes off 1 debuff at that. Like, so it doesn't help you in crazy status, you know, the crazy status quo, which is the dizzy, you know, you're getting looped by dizzy or you're getting crazed out by Seaside Balloon. It doesn't help you with that. And you got to use non-attack skills. Like if it was, and there are no, not that I know of, there's no Soul Weaver with an S1 that doesn't have an attack attached to it, so you can like counter and then somewhat save your team with a counter or something. So nah, this ain't the Ray I know, bro. This ain't the Ray I know. It does feel like he's built for Banshee. Like the difficulty of what Banshee is, maybe people were having difficulty with it. I don't see how you would use him in PvP because he has good speed, but you'd have to blow your big fat heal just to get immunity. And then he's definitely not as good as Elphet, I'll tell you that straight up. And as far as like bringing a Soul Weaver in, you know, I guess he's really good because if you don't have like a crazy Moonlight one, maybe. This seems a little jaded. That's all I'm saying. He's not as good as I'd hope. I think at that point maybe they should have gave him like the revive. He had some like a AoE revive, similar to like Maid Chloe in the story. If you guys want to check, you can look at my old Ray video. When you fight him in the story, he does a little different things, similar but different things. Let me know what you guys think about Elphet. Let me know what you guys think about Ray. And yeah, I'm excited to get both because you guys know I'm the collector. I've been saving, like everyone else, saving up tons of bookmarks, tons of Sky Stones for this moment. So everyone should get Elphet. She's really good. And then and I know a lot of people are gonna ask me, oh well, now that I know what Elphet is, should I do this or Dizzy? I think Elphet, I was telling some other guy, Elphet is a character, regardless of what she was before we knew what it was. She's the newer character, so I think it's cool to have the newest character. Everyone already had Dizzy. She's technically old news. She's gonna be used more often than like RTA, but get the new character, man. Get the new character, and then if they do it another year, then you can go back and get the characters that you don't have, because it seems like that's what they're gonna do, you know, just maybe every year, or maybe, I don't know, get another fucking collab. But hey, that's not neither here nor there. But what is always here is that every day at the Kashino is your lucky day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.